Greetings. Welcome to my channel, View from My Desktop. We here at View from My Desktop like to show affordable hi-fi equipment that looks nice, sounds nice, and is at a nice price. Today we're going to do a review of an amplifier that we like a lot. This is a very nice amplifier. So let's get started. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. We really appreciate the support. And it's going to help us out, hopefully. Today's review is for the S.M.S.L DA-6. I will start this review by talking about the looks. I can both appreciate an amplifier with controls on the unit or on the remote. In this case, we have the controls, most of the visible controls on the remote. They're also on the amplifier too, and you have to go through the cycle. I'm gonna get through that. I'll show you how that works. Had a small learning curve with the remote and the by not having simply control sitting out here. I'm gonna demonstrate how this remote works a little bit in this review. I use this to power some floor standing speakers in a larger room, and they was able to fill the room with nice sound. The amplifiers feel well built, very quiet look. You can place it anywhere. I did enjoy the sound I got from this amplifier. The speakers used with this amp both have a very nice sound, and this amp did a great job giving the power to get the job done. I really like the sleek look. It's a really nice look. The footprint of the amplifier is small, but the sound was large. This amplifier did have mixed reviews, which I see can sometimes be due to poor quality control. But I haven't seen that much with this brand, so I'm not really sure why the mixed view. S.M.L usually has pretty good quality control from my experience. But you may need the extended warranty or something like to protect your investment, and also look for the sell price. And I have some specification in the description. So now let's talk about this amplifier. Okay, there's two ways to turn it on. One is with the amplifier itself. Well, before I do that, this amplifier came with this here warning label about the plug, not unplugging this thing from the back of the amplifier while still plugging to the socket. So with this amplifier, you want to plug it into the amplifier, then plug it into the wall. Unplug it from the wall, then unplug it from the amplifier. And it comes with that little warning. Turn it on. Well, that also is the reset, and so it's going through its little process here. All right, now I'm gonna show you everything on the remote because it's easier for me to do it. But everything I'm doing on the remote is also on the amplifier. So there's a little button here. This is the remote here. All right, not a whole lot of buttons on this remote. All right, power on and off button, and this is the selector right here. So you push that selector there, and the first thing it shows on the manual. I'm gonna hold this up for a second first. I'll get it to focus. I'm not gonna. Oh, there you go. All right, that's the EQ I had on there. And you see 0 for direct, 1 for tone. Well, that T for tone, 1 for bass, 2 for super bass, 3 for rock, 4 for soft, 5 for clear. Then you're going to see the B for the bass adjustment and T for treble adjustment. And then it has a brightness button, a brightness setting BL 1, 2, all the way up to I think it's 5, maybe something like that. Gain control, high, low, and then it has this surround sound, SU 0, 1, 2, 3, and what's that bottom? Let's say, oh, volume control. All right. So now on the remote, see if it gets back in focus. All right. Push the button here. That's the E. Let's see. Do this again. E. That's the tone. 1, 2, 3, 4. And E. That's the surround. That's the bass, treble. Well, you can do up and down on the treble. All right. Bass, up and down on the treble. This is the gain, brightness level for the display. Oh, goes up to 8. And then back to the EQ again. So these things on the remote are also on the button here. You can go through them, and then once you get to it, you can change. All right. Gain, brightness, and so everything is on here. It's on the remote. Like I said, it's a bit of a learning curve, and you can also hit this button here to turn off the display. This all right. Mute, volume up and down. All right. So everything's on the remote. Like I said, on the manual, it goes over those things that I was saying here with the I have trouble focusing there. Yeah, so yeah. You can get that through but it's like I said, it's a slight learning curve. When I was messing with it after a while, I just sort of knew it. I just went to whatever I want. And but if you're not using it for a while, you're going to forget. And let's see, that's about it. Like I said, I'll have some specs in the description. The final setup for this amplifier had the Lampoon LP099 DVD CD player. I had a Relic S10 streamer, and I had two different sets of speakers connected to it. I had one of my newer speakers, the Yamo S809, and I had some vintage JBL's floor standing speakers also that I connected to it. And they both sounded nice. The JBL's a little bit, better, but the they both sounded pretty good. All right. The Yamo's a little bit warmer. The JBLs were a little more dynamic. So this is a very, very, very good amplifier. All right. I don't know why I got the mixed reviews. I liked it. I had a lot of fun with it. Um, you know, so the one thing about me with this channel is that I keep rotating things, but there are some things that do get rotated again in some of my permanent listing spots, and this amplifier is probably gonna go get reconnected. I don't like this problem with the plug. Maybe they can fix that so you don't have to worry about it too much. But I mostly plug everything in that way anyway. I just have to be sure I do it with this one. I don't want it to go bad. Go bad on me. All right, so that's it. All right, high recommendation on this one, and hope you enjoyed the video. Always listen to good things, and as always, thanks for watching. Peace.